tell another story about another kind of angel that came into my Camino. And it was this guy named Miguel, or Michel, or Michel, I think. And I met him post-walk, so like usually walk 6 hours a day, roughly 25 to 35 kilometers. And I was walking around the village and sat down and got a beer as usual, which is, or you could get juice if you're not a beer drinker. I met a guy named Michel who actually lived on the Camino. He was from Basque country, and he had seen pilgrims walk by his house for years and years and years. And he finally decided to go do the Camino. And his wife did not want him to go. She was they're super attached, and she was worried about him. And anyway, I met this guy, and he was a very funny man, and we like would hang out and chat, and he was just such a nice guy. Every single day after I met him, we would literally run into each other in the next village. It's super normal to see the same people from village to village because you're all doing essentially the same Camino. So, you know, like I got shin splints, so I had to take one day off, and I lost all those people that I'd see every day. I had a brand new group of people. But every day, Michel and I would bump into each other. And we're like, what? Every single time we'd see each other. And then we'd be like, do you want to go get a beer? And we'd go get some tapas and wine or beer or whatever, and hang out and chat. He was just such a nice man. And when I ended up at that singing nun, and he was taking videos and sending it to his wife, and she just wanted him to come home, but he was determined to do the Camino. And anyway, the albergue with the singing nuns, and I got to look up with the name of that town because it was a while ago that I was doing this. He walked into the door of the entryway to that albergue, and I was like, Miguel, what? And then his wife, who I'd never met, poked her head around the corner and was like, hi. And he was like, this is my wife. And she's this like gorgeous blonde, like just stunning. I was like, how did he beg this gal, man? Like, I did not expect him to have such a gorgeous wife. But anyway, she had come to that village to pick him up and take him home. She had had enough. I think he was on the Camino for 2 weeks or something like that. So he didn't complete it. Maybe he did the rest another day. But he was like, why don't you come with us for lunch? And we're going to go get a bite to eat. And I was like, no. Like, you haven't seen each other forever. I didn't want to be like, interfere or be a threat, even though she seemed totally fine. I was like, no. You guys be together and, you know, like so nice to see you and blah, blah, blah. So they leave. And I think they insisted, and I kept saying no because I don't know why. So later, a little while later, I go out to get a snack in the same village, and I end up at this cafe. I'm going to start crying. And I go into this cafe and order a snack and a beer. And then I go, like, where's your bathroom? And they said, oh, it's over there. So I opened this door and I went into a hallway, and then there's the 2 bathrooms in there. So I went into the bathroom, locked the door, went to the bathroom, and it was this tiny, tiny little bathroom with bars on this tiny window. Claustrophobic.com. When I go to leave, the lock just is like sliding around in circles. It wouldn't unlock. And I'm like locked in this tiny bathroom. And I started fucking panicking like crazy. And I'm like banging on the door, and because like there's a hallway, then a door, then this big open restaurant where like no one's gonna hear you. So I started freaking, and there was no way out. The window had bars on it. So I started panicking and freaking out. I'm like, how long are you gonna be in this fucking bathroom? So I'm like banging on the door and screaming. And finally, the woman that took my order like opens the door laughing her head off. She's like it happens all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is not okay. So I'm all frazzled and rattled. I grab my stuff and I go to a little table outside of this little cafe to sit down. And I look across the street and like kitty corner and down the way is Miguel and his wife sitting together. And I like try to look like I didn't see them. And I can see that he's seen me, and like we were like little soulmates for a while, just friends, like a beautiful friendship. And we saw each other and hung out every single day. And here I am across the street, and he's over there. Like, it just was so stupid. And I was so rattled from being locked in this bathroom. And I just remember I was just sitting there, tears running down my face because my like best friend's across the street, and I'm too polite or whatever it is to just go join them. And I felt like such an idiot. And that was the last time I saw him. That was it. So Miguel, if you happen to run across this video, which would be really, really weird, hi. I wish I had lunch with you that day. And I hope you got to finish your camino. Buen camino. Te quiero. Okay.